Hey everyone, it's Eli. Just super inspired. Just got back from a conference workshop with Doctors Beniko Mason from Japan and Stephen Krashen from LA right here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And thanks to everyone who put together the workshop. Fantastic. I'm probably going to have to make a couple of videos because this will end up getting a little bit long, but I just want to give a little recap of some of the things that we talked about. Right at the beginning, Dr. Krashen sort of gave us a quick review of 40 years of research and sort of laying out this concept of comprehensible input and the concept that we acquire language when we understand what we're hearing. And while this might seem like, that's obviously, right? We're not learning anything if we're not understanding it, yeah. But actually, for years and years in world languages, we have been asking students to build skills. So learn this list of vocabulary, learn this grammar structure, and we're going to give you error correction. And through this sort of conscious learning and this model of delayed gratification, do this hard work now, show your grit, fill out our worksheet, take our test, and then someday in the future you're going to be able to, speak, read, listen, write in the language. In fact, that model just doesn't work. And a lot of the reason it doesn't work is that it's painful. The skill building, Dr. Krashen referred to a study that was done in Montreal where he said 95% of the students find skill building exercises painful. And the other 5%, he said, are us, become language teachers. And so all of those tests and worksheets, they're not doing our students service. And in fact, he told it a little bit about this concept of skill building and testing. He told the story of in Harry Potter, Dolores Umbridge, who of course becomes the headmaster, and she wears pink, and she has all those pictures of cats on her walls and stuff like that. And at one point, the curriculum becomes so about measuring and students that the learning actually sort of gets pushed to the side. And so Harry and Ron and some of the other kids end up making this sort of underground class, right? So I think at one point Dolores Umbridge catches he and Hermione and Ron were having this underground class, and Harry says, but we have to have this class in Defense Against the Dark Arts. We have to have this class because what we're learning in our class has no real world application. And Dolores says, but there is no real world. It's all just tests. And we don't want our students to feel like that. And in fact, really in our language classes, our goal is to put our students in a position where they're not perfect, but that we can get them to an intermediate place where they're in a position to get better on their own, to find friends who speak the language, to find a good book in the language, to get abroad and use the language in the real world. And so Dr. Krashen advocates for us to teach comprehensible input curriculum, which is based on telling stories. And these stories should be sort of scaffolding language that the students have mastered and mixing that with some new language that is new to them. And these should be interesting, comprehensible, compelling. What's going to happen next? We want the students to forget that they're learning language. So instead of consciously working on, I'm building these skills, I'm trying to learn the imperfect subjunctive, instead of doing that, they're trying to find out, well, what would he have done, this character in this story? And then they're involved in the story, they're involved in flow, and language learning becomes a byproduct of being involved in the story rather than a concentration on the formal aspects of language. Anyway, I've already spoken for almost 6 minutes on this, and I haven't even gotten below the surface, but more to come. All right, thanks for watching.